Alright guys, this is going to be your self-defense techniques for phase 2, which is our green and blue belts, level 3 and level 4 for this session. Number 1 is bear hug from the front, leverage on the neck. Again. Okay, here's what I'm doing. So, bear hug, you were too late to do the initial bear hug defense. You're in tight, you're about a half a second from being lifted. Okay? If he pauses or you're quick before he lifts you, you're going to take your hand, if his head is facing on this side, you're going to take your opposite side hand. Reach over, using the nose as like a leverage point, grabbing there. And then the other hand can come up and push on the chin if you wish. Okay? I like to do it, I get a little more strength, do it that way. The key on that one is keeping his head tight to your chest. If there is space between your chest and his head, he can duck under, he can push under. You want to keep that head locked on your chest. So I actually press his head into my body, and I'm going to roll his head like I'm rolling a bowling ball across my chest. Okay? Think of it almost like side choke, your hand coming down. This elbow is going to come slightly down at 45, so that way when I pull his head off to the side, he's going down at the same time. So again, head is tight against my body, nose is a leverage point. You take the other hand underneath the jaw, you're going to keep it tight against your chest. I'm going to rotate his head, okay, pressure on the neck. All the way down, coming down to 45. From there I can punch, I can knee, I can follow up with any combative I want. Okay? Number 2 is knife defense. We're going to do the uppercut, the upward knife defense. Okay. Again. Okay, so upward knife, he comes forward. I'm shooting an aggressive down block, okay, from 360 defense, but at the same time my hips are driving back. I don't want to go like this so I can get stabbed. So hips drive back, hand goes down hard. If I can get a strike, I will attempt to do one. You're not going to get much power on it, but it's something. Okay, so again, step 1. Step 2, I am planning on that hand being like a piston and going back. So if you notice from here, I will drive forward. If I do not, and he pulls that hand back, I'm going to miss it. Okay? So as his hand goes back, I am following it, and I'm going to, from here, reaching towards his armpit. 1, reaching towards his armpit, through, and then clamping back. On the way back, I will drag, I'll catch somewhere in the forearm here. I get to my A-frame, from there, strikes, strikes, strikes to the head, whatever I can do. Your best defense is just keep striking until they fall down. For the sake of knowing the takeaway, you're going to match his hand. So this hand just clamps right on top. Thumb is over his thumb, fingers over his fingers. Using your shoulder, you're going to clamp down. You're going to rotate that and bend straight down and strip the knife out. But again, the best way is just to keep striking until they drop the knife. Okay? Number 3, downward ice pick grip. Okay? Here again. Okay? So it's essentially the same as a stick defense. What you're going to do is your head is going in and you dive forward. Hand creates a ramp so it goes off at an angle. Head is towards his shoulder. I'm in. From there, this hand is going to draw back and clamp down on the back of his elbow. I follow up with strikes from there. So again, from this angle, head is going forward. I clamp, grab the back of his elbow, knee strikes, groin kicks, keep striking until he falls. All right, your 4th one, Kimura from guard. So, if I'm in my guard, he's choking me, he's punching me, I'm going to deal with that initial threat first. So I get a choke, I might just pluck first. If it's punching, get out here, and if I can get like a hook punch or something coming around, grabbing the wrist. Or, let's say he's holding here or plucking, if I can get him base out. Once I get him to here, or even here, sitting up, but preferably posted out, I'm going to grab that wrist, the same side. The other hand, okay, I'm going to unlock my leg so I can sit up. I'm going to reach up as far as I can. I want my armpit in his shoulder, so there's no space between his arm and my chest. I go over and under, I grab my own wrist. From here, I'm going to turn his wrist in, throttle it. That way, I try and avoid him from straightening his arm out. So I'm going to get aggressive on that wrist lock, And at the same time, I'm going to hip out, which means I'm going to turn sideways, and I'm still going to have this leg over his back. I'm going to take his hand and just kind of paint it across his back or follow his spine up. And the key on this one too is keep this arm tight against your body. So there is no space. Space equals escape. So close, twist that wrist, and just pull up. And there you go. Let's come over from guard.
Alright guys, fifth technique for this phase is an arm bar from the guard. Alright, this is what we're doing. So same thing as Master G mentioned, space equals escape. So what I'm trying to do is grab this arm. Once I have this arm, it's mine. He doesn't get it anymore. I'm going to pull it across my body, hold on to the back of the tricep so he can't pull it out. From there, I'm going to push his head down to whatever side I'm holding onto that arm, swiveling my hips out, coming across his head, scooting into his body. There's no space in between him and I. As I lay back, hitchhiker thumb to the ceiling, and I pull that arm across my groin until I get the lock.
There you go, guys. Those are your self-defense for this session.